Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome Edith Wallace as our guest musician today. Please stand and join in as Edith leads us in her own original song, It's a Beautiful Day.
So you get to, with all your enthusiasm, I'm going to show it. So at the end of every chorus, this shows up. And I was talking with Reverend Rhona, and that day I've been working with somebody who has early onset dementia, and she's forgetting current things. But we're driving along, and she started singing the chorus to the song because we had been singing it together a couple of weeks before. And so I just said, I think that might be a good song to start the day with, and just because, yeah, there's a lot of joy in it. So here's how the chorus, so it gets to the end of the chorus and it goes, oh, get rid of my glasses. It's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. That's it. Add your harmonies. It's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Yeah, go for it with passion. I find adventure on the journey. I claim the road less traveled by and take the hidden path right up to where the mountains meet the sky. And I don't mind if clouds all are gray. Here it comes, 'cause it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Okay, now you're not afraid. This is so good. And no one said that life is easy. Sometimes it seems it's just not fair. We walk through our fires and flames, bless and claim the hurricanes our life's laid bare. Oh, and I don't mind if teardrops have their say, 'cause it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. beautiful day.
Thank you, Edith. That was beautiful. Beautiful day. Beautiful song, beautiful voice, and beautiful group of people here today. Welcome everyone to Unity of New Westminster today on this Halloween dress-up day. And oh my goodness, do we have some amazing costumes. There's some people I hardly recognize, which is really, really cool. So welcome, and so nice that you are all here. And welcome to you who are joining and watching us live on YouTube and on Zoom. And I'm going to ask Ludwina, who is on camera, to turn the camera down so that you can all turn around and say hi to everybody and they can see your amazing costumes. Wow. How fun, how fun. Welcome, Edith. Thank you very much for being here, and welcome to all of you. I am Reverend Rhona Segarra, and it is my pleasure and privilege to be the minister here at this beautiful community of love and support and laughter and fun. It is truly an honor to be here with you all today. We would love to stay connected with you. So those of you who are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. Give us a like, whatever it is that we need to do to gain new membership and new exposure. We'd really appreciate that. The Unity movement, and here at Unity of New Westminster, we offer empowering ideas for full and abundant living. We draw on the teachings of Jesus, who we consider our primary way shower and example. And we honor that there is wisdom in faith traditions all over the planet. We honor that there is wisdom to be found in story, in song, in poetry, in movies, in life experiences. And we honor every person's right to choose their own spiritual path, which is the same thing as their own life path. Because there is no place that spirit is not. And so we embrace everyone. All are welcome here. All are worthy here. All are celebrated here. Let us begin today in a time of prayer and gratitude. We are indeed grateful that we can be here today in this physical space, which is on the traditional territory of the Kakite First Nation. And we give thanks for First Nations peoples everywhere, for their custody of this beautiful land. We give thanks that we can come together in joy, in song, in fellowship, in community, knowing that we are part of one, knowing that there is one power, one intelligence, one creative energy that is understood by many names, worshipped in many different avenues. And we acknowledge that it is one, that there is no spot, that God is not, no matter our understanding of that power. And in that power we live and move and have our being. And if there is no spot that God is not, then let us remind ourselves that that includes us. It includes our neighbors, our families, our friends. It includes every person on this planet. And it is from that awareness that we are one, that we extend a vibration, an intention of love, of peace, of contentment, a blessing to all. That every person may be uplifted, that every person may be supported, that every person know that they are special. And it is in this knowledge and in this intention and standing in our power to bless that we pray. And so it is. Amen.
Today's daily word reading is for Sunday, October 30th, 2022, called Protection. God is here. I am safe. Once in a while, I enjoy doing things that frighten me. Sharing ghost stories around the campfire, watching a spooky movie, even savoring the uneasy feeling just before thundering down the first hill of a roller coaster. All these things can feel scary, even though I know I am in no real danger. If I begin to feel unsafe in any situation, I remember that right where I am, God is. Breathing out, I release tension. My body relaxes. Fearful thoughts begin to dissolve. Breathing in, I think more clearly. Slowly, I regain renewed strength and peace of mind. My confidence returns as I remember that nothing in the world can prevail against the strength, the wisdom, and the love of God. And the scripture reading is from the book of the Psalms, 22, number 4. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. My rod, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Protection. I am wearing underwear.
My dad would say, it pays to advertise. And on that note, let's take a moment and just find a space where we can rest, where we can open our hearts and become ready to receive inspiration. So I invite you to close your eyes if that is comfortable for you. Take a breath. Become aware of your breath, of that precious gift of life that flows in and out through us with every breath. And as we breathe, allow your body to sink deeper into the seat. With every breath, allow that seat to support you until you realize that your body is not working at all. No work. And now with every breath, become aware of the tension that might be anywhere in your body. Perhaps your shoulders, maybe your face, maybe your extremities are feeling tight. Just allow those parts of your body to be infused and filled with that life-giving oxygen. And then sink beneath the thoughts that you might have. Rather than stop them, sink beneath them, drawing your attention to your heart space. And imagine breathing from that area. And then I invite you to hear these words as if they are yours. I am now immersed in the comfort of love. I feel this love saturating my mind, filling my body. And I feel increased comfort because I know that this energy of love is with me at all times. This energy of love is with me in any situation. And from this thought alone, my spirit is uplifted. I feel safe. I feel peaceful. I am at ease. peace floods my mind and my body. And I can feel the power of peace. I am one with God. With each heartbeat, I become more aware of the peaceful presence that is always with me. Peace, love, contentment are but a breath away. And as I move back into my day, I know I can access this peace at any time and in any situation. My mind is poised. My heart is serene. And as I rest in silence, I enjoy the feeling of peace that indwells me now. Peace is but a breath away. And so it is.
sunrise on these hills that warm the morning's mid-September chills. I am blessed to greet this day. In an ache of joy I pray. Holy light of God within, thank you for the sun upon my skin. And thank you for this air I hold and breathe. And thank you for the pain and loss I grieve. In the whisper of a sigh, on the wind I soar and fly. Holy light of God within, thank you for this breeze upon my skin. God's tender, safe embrace. Sleeping I'll wake to holy grace. I am joyous, sweet release. I am loved and I know peace. Holy light of God within, thank you for these scars upon my skin. Thank you for these scars upon my skin.
Just wow. Thank you, Edith. Walt, did you want to say a few words, or do you want to wait? And okay. That was truly beautiful. I'm basking in that. Lovely, 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 like waves of music. Just thank you. Now I have to shift gears and talk. For the last few weeks, we've been looking at the 12 powers. And I mentioned to you that we started 2 weeks ago with the power of faith and strength. And we spoke about how these powers are things that we actually have that are aspects of each one of us always. And at times, just like if you were running a department or a household even, that there are times when certain areas take precedence because it's the right thing for them to do. And then at other times, a different area might take precedence because that's what it takes to function well. And in much the same way, we have these innate powers, these inbuilt powers within us that we can use to form full and abundant lives. And the way we would do that is occasionally to activate some powers more than others, and they all kind of come together in this dance. It's like fitting a jigsaw puzzle together, and sometimes this piece needs to be a little bigger than that, and at other times it's the other way around. But to the extent that we can make these dance well together, that we can fit together the pieces of the tapestry so that they fit perfectly, or like, remember those fun toys we used to have, which you'd turn around, I'm trying to think of the name of it, a kaleidoscope, where you'd look and within the same framework you get all these different things at different times. Well, in that same way, to the extent that we can work with these powers and activate them in various degrees, we create a world and a life that feels full and abundant and purpose-filled and joyful. And these parts of us, we've identified, or Charles Fillmore identified them as being part of our bodies. And so we began our exploration by looking at faith and strength. And how when you have faith in something, that sometimes you need the strength of your conviction to stand up tall. And so what you see in the body is that faith is buried deep in your brain, and strength is in your spine. And it is the backbone that allows you to stand straight and tall in the strength of your conviction. And that sometimes it is just as strong, if not more strong, true strength, to recognize that there's something that you've placed faith in that needs to shift. And so strength includes flexibility. So that was week 1. And then last week we looked at our ability to release and our ability to generate new opportunities, new life. And we identified that as being in our abdomen, the place where our body rids itself of waste and the place where our body generates new life. And today, we're going to look at another pair of these powers. And today, we're going to look at the power of order and the power of excitement, also known as zeal. Zeal just seems like such an old-fashioned word, though, doesn't it? So I think of it as excitement, because I can understand that better. My brain wraps around that a little bit more easily. And so we look at order and zeal. And why do I decide that these need to be paired together? Well, because it's so easy to overextend in one, underextend in another, and as a result, find that our dreams don't work the way we want them to. And so when we pair order, our ability to organize, our ability to take a step-by-step approach to a goal, if we pair that with our ability to be excited by something, then we can bring the things that we're excited about to life. And so that is why I suggest that we should be pairing those together. So where do we find order? It's in your lower belly, like just your belly button and a little lower. That place where everything needs to function well or you're going to get yourself stuck, so to speak. I don't need to draw you that picture. Right. The color that we associate colors with these powers too. And the color that we associate with order is olive green, which is awesome because I'm sure that happened like years and years and years ago, but I think of olive green as being the color of those hanging file folders that you see. And what do? They help us to organize. So it's easy to remember order. Anytime you see the color olive green, just think, how am I doing with being organized? So, order, olive green. Orange is way up here, the back of your spine in the area called the medulla oblongata, if you really want to know. The color that we associate is orange. And that's awesome, because it's juicy. Think of an orange, squeezing the juice and the fun and the tastiness out of life. And so for me, these are two really easy colors to remember, because they make sense. And I love that zeal, energy, enthusiasm, is located in the neck. Because it's here that we look around and go, ooh, that's interesting, that's interesting, that's interesting. And so even that becomes easy for us to remember. So we're going to take a quick look today at order and then at enthusiasm and how they can match together. And I'm looking at Diane in her orange, and she just looks like enthusiasm right there. So let's talk about, back off, Rhona. Go back to your notes. Back to the order. Let's talk about order first. I mentioned that it is the ability to organize. It's our ability to organize. And think about it. We all have the ability to organize. We do it every day. Every day we get up. We head off to the bathroom, we brush our teeth, we make ourselves breakfast. We do things in an orderly fashion without thinking about it. We are all able to organize. And it makes sense because we are in an orderly universe. And even though it may at times feel and seem as if life is chaotic, often isn't this true that you look back and go, wow, there was actually some order in that chaos. So we have the ability to apply order in our lives. The question is, how do we find the right amount? Because sometimes we can be overly invested in the power of order, an overdeveloped expression of the power of order. And what does that look like? That looks like this must be done this way, or I just can't function. This must be done, this picture must be just exact, or it's going to bother me. It could be to the point where we've even got terms for it. We call them obsessive or OCD. So we want to recognize that order has a place, and there are times when order can be a little overextended. And we want to watch for that. Why? Because once we get to the point where we are requiring those things so much that if we don't get them, they are preventing our joy, our peace, then that's a consequence that we don't want, because it's preventing our enthusiasm for life. It creates anxiety for ourselves, so that doesn't serve us well. And the whole point of this is to have these powers serve us, not us serve the power. So, overdeveloped order can look like inflexibility, can look like, I have to have it this way, I don't like surprises, I know that Joe just called and said, hey, I've got tickets to the ball game this afternoon, but I had planned to do the dishes, so I'm not going to be able to go. I'm making an extreme example, and yet, at an extreme level, it's not actually that out of the possibility, out of the realm of possibility, that when we have overdeveloped order, it means that we are less willing to just say, I know this is what I planned, and I'm going to let it go because this sounds cool. Which leads me to underdeveloped order, which is when you do that so much that you get nothing done. And I know that some of us can identify with that, where everything is so loosey-goosey that you end up at the end of the day feeling irritated with yourself because nothing's been done. People who are underdeveloped in this, or whose power to order may be considered underdeveloped, will say things like, I'm not organized, I'm disorganized, I don't know how to organize. They also have difficulty adjusting to change. They also find that things are frustrating for them because it's hard to find things in the chaos. Their environments might be messy. They may promise that they know where everything is on that desk, but take 20 minutes to find it. And there's a part of them then that is blaming themselves for not knowing where everything is. And so that is not an ideal use of our power of order either. In both cases, whether it's overly developed or underdeveloped, when order is not orderly and in its right place, then it leads to a place where it limits our fun. It limits our fun. We are unwilling to take advantage of unplanned opportunities that may present themselves, or we end up getting frustrated with ourselves for spending way too much time finding something that's at the bottom of a pile, and that doesn't feel right either. Doesn't feel good either. And so the idea here is, just as I mentioned before last week, that we want to find that Goldilocks zone, that we want to know when it's time to activate our power to organize. And what does that look like? Because what's true is when we under-organize, then all those dreams that we got excited about don't happen. And that feels kind of yuck too. Well, Newton's first law of motion, remember I went to school to be a scientist, excuse me, is an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and in the same direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. What does that mean in English? It means that it takes a lot of energy to get something going, and once it's going, you feel like you're on a roll. It takes more energy actually to slow it down. Once it's moving, it's easy to keep going. And I'm seeing some chuckles because people are probably recognizing some of that in themselves. So, using that Sir Isaac Newton's wisdom from the 1800s or whenever it was, what can we learn? We learn to trick ourselves if we're in a place of underdeveloped order, to get ourselves just started. Because getting started is the hardest part. And I don't know what it's like for you guys, but I am the master of procrastination. So I know I have to prepare a talk for Sunday. When am I doing it? Saturday night. What am I doing Saturday morning, Friday afternoon? Shopping. You know, going for lunch with my sister. Like anything other than the thing that will actually reduce a certain amount of anxiety, because I know I got to prepare. It's an illogical thing. Procrastination is not a logical thing, and we all do it. And so, what do we need to do if we want to fix that? Well, who knows what would work for you, but I know what works for me. If I choose to fix it, choose to change it, I find that I play a game with myself. I set a timer for 10 minutes. Now I tell Alexa to set a timer for 10 minutes. And then I give myself 10 minutes. I'm only going to do this for 10 minutes. And it's like just getting over the hump of getting started. That really, really makes a huge difference. Because then, of course, the timer goes off and now I'm in the middle of it and it's kind of fun. I don't want to change. So try something like that. Find some little trick that works for you, that allows you to place things in a certain amount of order. And next time you say no to something that may be an unexpected opportunity, invite yourself to question whether or not this really needs to be or no. Or am I willing to be more flexible, and will I still get my goals done for the day or for the week or whatever it might be? Another idea is to do one important but not urgent thing. Just one in a week. And do it early in the week so it's checked off. By important, not urgent, I'm thinking of things like making sure that your will is up to date, making sure that family members know where to find certain things if anything happens to you. Those things that, insurance and all that stuff that is not orange and exciting but needs to be done. Just do one a week. See how that feels. And when you're planning your week, don't wait until Monday morning to plan your week if you're in a Monday to Friday environment. Plan it on Friday afternoon or Saturday morning so that you can enjoy the weekend knowing you got this. when Monday morning comes around. So that's order. Now, dial back to travel up your body to the medulla oblongata, to the base of your neck, and think of all the things that excite you. All the things that you go, oh, I want to do that, that. Have you ever had that feeling of sizzle, like you just get so excited and you're all in until you're not? You sizzle until you fizzle? Not mine. I really wish I'd thought of those words. But they're good, so I'm going to use them. Sizzle instead of fizzle. This is where you can use order, because if you have an overdeveloped idea of power of sizzle, of enthusiasm, you'll get interested in everything. And so interested in it that you'll be all in on it and insist that everyone around you be in on it too. And sometimes that's great, and sometimes you fizzle, and then they're like, okay, so what's the next flavor of the month? And so that's not a good use of your enthusiasm. Or you can have an underdeveloped sense of enthusiasm, and that's how are you? I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm okay. Every time you say I'm okay, anything that you say after I'm, make it good. Make it exciting. Because you're calling that and naming that as who you are and how you're choosing to be. And so I'm so excited to see so many people in costume because it's fun and it's exciting. And I know that it's not comfortable for everyone to be in costume, and that's okay. We need people who are sidewalk, what did you call it, Lidwina? Sidewalk pedestrians today, too. She did. I'm not making it up. The thing is, it's okay. Because you're having fun looking at everyone else. And if that's the level of fun that excites you, that's enough. It's enough. And so the one thing I definitely don't want is for people to feel like I'm blaming or shaming. No. For some people, this is very much out of their comfort zone. For other people, seeing people in costume can be out of their comfort zone. And so that part isn't as important as just knowing what it is that lights you up, what it is that you're longing for, what it is that you're dreaming about. Whether it's creating beautiful music or writing a novel, creating a webinar, being a person who does amazing meals, like chef-type meals, or whether it's just being there for your family as if that's a just. What is it that lights you up, that makes you excited? And what steps can you take to apply order so that you can fulfill that excitement? So that your sizzle doesn't fizzle. Take, for example, the idea that you'd like to become a chef. Well, dreaming about it is the first step. That's the thing that lights you up. Order then comes into play when you get on the internet and find out if there are any classes close by. Order is what says, I'm going to sign up. Order is what says, I'm going to attend. And I've attended and I've completed. And it's when we apply order and passion together, when we work them together, that is when our dreams become fulfilled. I've always wanted to be a minister. I've always been passionate about that. It took a ton of order and a ton of, I don't know, kind of waiting in the wilderness for a while before it actually happened. And so my invitation to you is that you think about what it is that's juicy, that excites you. And then ask yourself, what am I going to do? What steps can I take that are reasonable, achievable, small, 10 minutes, to move me towards my dream? You have that power. You have that power. Live your dream. Do what you love what you do, and create a plan to make your dream come true. I bless you.
I might look very relaxed right now, professional musician, getting her music stand ready, but I'm basically in a panic because I thought, oh no, I didn't do it right. I'm going to take too long. I'm going to blah, blah, blah in my head. And the truth is, all I want to do is sing you a song. And it's a brand new song. And it's a song that hasn't been heard all the way through by me yet, because I changed a few of the words just as I was listening to you speaking, and I'm really excited. And COVID closed my world down. I was heading off on a tour, and suddenly I couldn't travel, I couldn't have an audience, I couldn't do anything. And I put everything to the side and sort of turned off all of the ideas of any of the things I'd been wanting. And it was just like a couple of weeks ago, it was my daughter in Edmonton who said, well, Mom, you just need to say what it is you want. And so I said, well, it wasn't even a big ask. It was just, I'd like the phone to ring and go do something. And in a day, Rhona phoned. I booked a house concert. Like all these little things all happened at once. And it reminded me again that there's more to life than Zoom. So, I'm so excited that my eyes haven't changed a whole lot and that I still don't need reading glasses, and that was a new thing as well. So I'm very, very happy about that. Here we go. It's called Sometimes. So, Reverend Rhona, actually I liked Rev Rhona, I thought that was kind of cool. She sent me some of her thoughts and ideas about what she wanted to say, and then I sit and cogitate on them for a while, and then I write a song.
one. Yes. Sometimes I trip over my own feet. Sometimes I don't think before I speak. Sometimes I hide myself away, try to find the answer to my day. Sometimes I know I'm doing fine, aging and dusty like a good red wine, it seems. And sometimes, although sometimes birth a dream. Sometimes we know we're meant to fly. Sometimes we'll reach and touch the sky. Sometimes we learn to trust our wings, all those very ordinary little things. And sometimes life is a tricky land. We change our minds, winds change our plans in between. And sometimes, although sometimes birth our dream. And I know that we are one in love, and miracles we're all made of. And I know our hearts are beating drums of days we've lived and days to come. We open up our souls to see the endless, timeless, blessed be. We find our strength and know our will, be it stepping out or standing still. Sometimes I fall to my knees in prayer. Sometimes I wonder what's in the big out there. Sometimes I'm bathed in holy light, one of the stars in the black of a night. Sometimes I'm rushing in the ebb and flow, and I know exactly where to go. Water in the stream. And sometimes, although sometimes birth a dream. And I know that we are one in love, and miracles we're all made of. And I know our hearts are beating drums of days we've lived and days to come. And we open up our souls to see the endless, timeless, blessed be. We find our strengths, we know our will, be it stepping out or standing still. Oh, and sometimes we're made of passion, joy, and fire. Sometimes we find our grand desires. Sometimes you hold me close, or you wave goodbye and let me go. Sometimes we laugh right on through our tears, and we claim our courage and bless our fears. Oh, bless you. And sometimes, although sometimes birth our dreams come true. And sometimes, all are sometimes birth our dreams come true.
Sound okay? Sound good? No? Better? Better? I'd like to make some announcements. All are welcome to join our prayer service on Mondays from 10:30 to 11:15 on Zoom. Check the website or the email newsletter for the Zoom link. Also, please mark your calendars for Saturday, November 12th at 2 p.m. when we will hold a celebration of life for our friend Bill Detwiller, our beloved Penny's husband. We would appreciate if you would share this information to ensure that everyone who is interested in attending the service can plan to be there. The service will also be live streamed on YouTube for those who aren't able to attend in person, and so they can watch the service. The YouTube information will be posted to our website closer to the date. We are grateful for Bill's life, and we extend our love and our condolences to our beautiful Penny. For real excitement, we are forming a new phone tree! Exclamation mark. It says so in the notes. One of our goals is to maintain and improve our connection with the people in the Unity of New Westminster community. We are hoping that each person will be part of a phone call list. We are also looking for people who are willing to be branch leads, who are willing to make phone calls to the people on their list, making phone calls to about 10 people about once a month. If you are interested in being a phone tree lead, please let Reverend Rhona know. And if you aren't sure if we have your phone number, please fill out the contact sheet in your welcome envelopes, or write it on a piece of paper and put it into the offering basket, or send us an email with the information so we can stay connected with you. Thank you. I hope everyone has enjoyed the fun of seeing people dressed up today. Let's continue the fun. Let's continue the fun after the service at our Halloween potluck lunch as we celebrate October birthdays. And then, if you can, please stay for Cindy's Creative Cafe and Karaoke. That will begin after lunch. Cindy's Creative Cafe and Karaoke is a chance for you to paint, to draw, to sing, to tell a story, or to express yourself artistically in some other way. Admission is by donation. If you want to paint, the cost is $10 to pay for the material. Here's your chance to connect with friends and share your talents and learn something new. Join us after the service today and every last Sunday of each month from about 12:30 to 3:30. All are welcome. It's the most wonderful time of the year! Exclamation mark. It's time for the annual Purdy's Chocolates fundraiser. After our best ever year of sales last year, our amazing Cindy Noble is heading up the campaign for us again. Thank you, Cindy. And you can place your orders by phone or email. or by going to the purdy's.com site and joining the group. Our group number is 15455. Or you can give her, as she says, her order sheet. Our deadline is Wednesday, November 23rd, and orders will be ready for pickup after Monday, December the 12th. This year, let's do better than our best. The world needs more chocolate. We are grateful for your gifts which support our ministry. Many of us contribute with pre-authorized payments, so if you are not placing anything in the contribution basket, please bless it silently when it comes to you and pass it along. As we sing our blessing song, please bring to mind something that you are grateful for. We are so blessed. Precaution.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
And we are indeed blessed. Blessed that you are here. Blessed to have heard some beautiful music. Thank you so much, Edith. That was, what a gift. What a gift you are. Thank you. You're a blessing to the world. And thank you for everyone for being here, for dressing up, for not dressing up. That part is not important. Having fun no matter where you are, that's important. So lean in and let's join hands and gather together as we sing our prayer for protection and our peace song. And we normally create a circle. So because we have some impediment here, we're going to do it, we'll just create the circle in the second row and go around this way. Is that okay? Let's see if we can make that work. And join us after for lunch. Join us after for art and karaoke. And if you've had a birthday in October, then please stick around so that we can sing happy birthday to you. And before we go downstairs, let's just take a moment now to bless the food, bless the hands that prepared the food, and bless each one of us as we enjoy. We are grateful. Okay, Gladys.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with thee. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God. like. Let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
I am the light of God, I am the love of God, I am the power of God, I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. I am the light of God, I am the love of God, I am the power of God, I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. You are the light of God, you are the love of God, you are the power of God, you are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. You are the light of God, you are the love of God, you are the power of God, you are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. We are the light of God, we are the love of God, we are the power of God, we are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well.
Yay, everybody. Thank you so much. And before we leave, thank you to our audiovisual team and our greeters. And today was the first time that Glenn was our platform person. And you did awesome. So thank you, everyone. And thanks again, Edith. Okay, let's go eat. Hi, Val.
My husband's so big.
He's so great.
I told him we should build it under, so maybe he'll